So what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Robert. If this is your first time tuning in, so today we're gonna be talking about the markets and some of the things that we're seeing and hearing from a lot of people saying that this was the bottom, that you should have bought in, and you can still continue to buy in right now. So there are some good things and some bad things with that, depending on where we are in the market. So again, if you gain any value from this, my name is Robert. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this video. I'll leave you with some videos of the horses. Just, by the way, these things have a lot of freaking thorns, man. Like, they're heavy on thorns. And these horses just freaking pull them down like nothing. And here comes his girlfriend. So that's actually his girlfriend. So they are a little pair there. But she's really sweet. She loves to play, get in the water. She's really sweet. Right, girl? But yeah, she's really sweet. You can tell she's all wet. She was in the pond. And then the little pony. Also, I know we're getting off track, guys, but can't help but show these little guys some love. It's like 96 degrees, so I don't blame them getting in the water. It's pretty hot right now. As you can tell, everything's pretty much drying up on their side here because they just graze on everything. But we're gonna go ahead and continue walking. But alrighty, girl, I'll be back in a little bit, okay? Alright, guys, so quick little distraction there. But yeah, so the market. So I've seen a lot of people that are saying, that bottom is in and that you should have bought when we just saw the bottom just a couple days ago. For me making this video, it's gonna be probably like a week or two by the time this video gets put out. But yeah, everyone's saying the bottom was in, you should have bought in. It could be, we don't know, no one knows. It's gonna kind of be determined based off of the 90-day pause that we got with the tariffs, with the exception of China. It's gonna kind of determine, that's gonna kind of determine where the market goes, because we really don't know what's gonna happen. It's still very early. As I'm making this video, Trump just paused the tariffs for 90 days on like 70 plus countries, with the exception of China. There was no pause. It was actually a increased reciprocal tariff on China. So with that being said, we don't know what's going to happen. So I wouldn't say the bottom is in just yet, because we don't know. If I had to give it a percentage as of what we know today, there's probably about a 60% chance that the bottom was in, but there's still about a 40% chance that we could go lower after these 90 days. The things that can affect that is what kind of deals did we get negotiated between now and those 90 days. If they aren't really favorable deals for not only the United States but also the world, where everyone can still benefit and all the economies can still do very well. Again, because the markets, there's investors from other countries that invest in our markets as well as cryptocurrency, stock markets, etc. It's not just the United States. So but obviously the United States is a leader in the world. But if there's not very favorable deals that are done, and investors don't see it as very favorable, we could go lower. But again, it's still way too early. We're a couple days into this 90-day pause. I think India might even be the first one that is being talked about as coming up with a deal together. So it's good. India has a lot of good workers. They have a lot of facilities and they have a lot of smart people in India. So it kind of makes sense that India would be in the talks for this, because basically India is one of the countries that can definitely give China a run for their money as far as when it comes to manufacturing and the expertise, similar to what China can do as well. But again, we don't know about these markets being in at the lows. I personally would not bet my whole life savings on the markets as that being the low and then continuing to buy right now, because things are still pretty low. They're still on a discount, they're still on sale. Not as much as of a sale that there was just, you know, a week ago or a couple days ago, but they're still on sale. But I'm not 100% certain that those were the lows, because I don't know yet. It's still too early. I have been buying, but I'm not betting my whole entire life savings on that one instance a couple days ago, a week ago, that was the low. Because if it wasn't, then, and I put everything I have on that 1 week, and it goes even lower, you know, I lost a lot of money. So yeah, I personally wouldn't, and again, not financial advice, but personally, I'm not betting the whole house on that was the low. Now, on the flip side of that, if this was the low that we just saw, then whoever was buying at this point is already up in profit today as I'm making this video. And you're gonna be in super profits once these 90 days are up, and the terms and the agreements made in those 90 days are very favorable when it comes to the tariffs and the trade deals. If these trade deals are very favorable, my gosh, I really think that these markets are really going to kick off, especially if the Fed starts to stimulate the economy and cut rates as well. You're going to have a double whammy of just super good, really good news, and people who have been buying are going to get paid and rewarded very handsomely. So, you know, there's two sides of the coin on this one. If we don't get really good deals in those 90 days, as well as China, if we can work out a deal with China and get something going here that's favorable for both countries, and not just one-sided, we can really see some really good gains in the markets for anyone who has bought in the markets currently. But again, you're taking a huge risk. Again, not financial advice, but you are taking a huge risk if you are betting the whole house right now, because we are still really early. The 90 days has just began, and we don't know where this is going to go. We don't know what's in store, but that's the risk you may be willing to take. It's up to you. If you take that risk and it plays out, you're going to be very happy, and you will be making a lot of money if the agreements that we make are very favorable. If they aren't, then you could be losing a lot of money as well in the 90 days. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what plays out. But I just wanted to kind of quickly give my take on this, because I'm seeing a lot of people saying that was the bottom, calling that the bottom. It looks like it. It looks like it could have been. Like I said, I'd give it like a 60% chance that was our recent bottom, if not a local bottom, before we see, you know, another serious correction in maybe 2027, first quarter 2027, or last quarter of 2026. But we don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's in store. We don't know what the administration's in talks with, what kind of deals are working out right now. So there's still a lot of room for discussion either way. So we really don't know what's going to happen, but it's never a bad idea to be buying as well, as long as you're not going to be putting yourself in tremendous risk. But yeah, without further ado, be careful, be good, take care, and God bless. See you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.